I deal with my opponents a little bit like I handle my love life. I make sure I leave a lasting impression. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. I'm going to knock your teeth back out the other side of your head. You understand that? Because it's the best thing going today. Let's go, Buffalo.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy, and next to me is my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as Apex Man. And woo, about damn time we come on here and do a podcast post-game where we are happy.
Right?
So, man, Mikey, I guess I'll start with you. What's your thoughts? Just right away. Instant thoughts.
Instant thoughts. Fantastic to see our offense wake up. Our defense played well. Special teams is still a problem.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's it. Just instant thoughts. If we play this way, we are very hard to beat.
Yeah.
However, I would like us to see us clean up our special teams.
Absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, Rasul Douglas.
How about that trade?
Now, remember, we told y'all if we was going to do a trade, like me and Mikey wanted a corner. Like that was our – and, boy, he pulled the trigger last minute pretty much and we got ourselves a good one, folks. And he had 3 takeaways altogether today, 2 interceptions. Man, kind of got screwed on that one to Micah Hyde, but rules are rules, whatever. He was such but beautiful performance by Russell Douglas. Not only
Douglas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to hit on this because I think I don't want to take away anything. Leonard Floyd.
No, I know. I was just starting with Douglas, but we're gonna get to all of those guys.
Okay, Leonard Floyd is doing exactly what Von Miller did for us last year.
Absolutely,
and it's fantastic to watch.
Yep. He had 2.5 sacks today, guys.
He's at 9.5 on the year. Did you call that? Did you say above 9.5?
I said to start the year that he would be over his. Yes, that he would. I said he would be at where he's averaged the past 3 seasons, which was 9.5, and he's going to get over that, well over that. So
because
great addition by adding Leonard Floyd. Because look, guys, Von Miller's still not right. We know this. And without the addition of Leonard Floyd, that takes away 9.5, possibly way more. You know what I mean? Like depending on what he finished with, that's crazy to me. So love that dude. Great addition. I really hope he sticks around. I hope Bean can figure a way to keep him on another year or two because he's still playing at a high level, bro.
Yep. Dude, him, Vaughn, and Groot as the guys, because really, Vaughn's not back yet, and I have a feeling Vaughn will get there by around playoff time because it takes a while, and I don't know if Vaughn will ever be back to where he was last year, but that's fine because Leonard Floyd's picking up that slack.
Absolutely.
And Ed Oliver has just been a monster, brother.
Dude, he's living up to his contract, isn't he? I mean, he is. He's this man. He's in the backfield. He double teams can't even when they double him, he's still finding his way in the backfield. Love Ed Oliver this year. By the way, Dotson today. Normally I'm tough on Dotson, but he played a good game. I can't take away what Dotson did today, Mikey.
Whitetown comes in with a super chat. We appreciate it, Whitetown. I said some mean things last Monday about Josh. I'd like to apologize. But Bill's mental health was bad. Everyone else used this excuse.
Yeah, it happens. Listen, it happens. We told y'all last week, just go ahead and vent. Say
fan
what you
the way
want.
you need to fan, brother. Fan the way you need to fan. I didn't agree with some of your takes, Whitetown, but that doesn't mean you can't feel the way you needed to feel at that time.
Exactly.
The best part about it is Josh doesn't watch the Mafia Sports Report. He doesn't know that you were mad at him. It's still all love, brother.
Oh my God! But I gotta say, the offense wasn't perfect today.
Nope.
But it's a step in the right direction. I saw a lot of good things from the offense today.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how they used the running backs. I will say we got a problem now, though, potentially. Ty Johnson actually played very, very well today. And what do they do with Fournette now? Because you can't have 4 running backs dressed, can you? You know what I mean? So what do they do there? Do they ride with Ty Johnson after? Because I got to say, even the last game, I thought he played okay when he was given the opportunities. It wasn't a lot, but this game here, man, he showed up. He has some decent speed to him, physical. I'm very curious what they do now because I can't see 4 running backs, right? I mean, so man, it's interesting because Murray is still playing at a high level, in my opinion, for his age. Man, Murray played really good tonight. All the running backs, by the way, played very good football tonight. I love seeing that, by the way. I got to see how many carries they had total.
I can break it down for you right now. Cook had 17 for 73. Murray had 10 for 35. Yeah. Ty Johnson had 3 for 11.
There you go. So basically, our 2 running backs had over 20 carries, 27 carries in total. That's beautiful. And I said, I think pregame, I wanted to see Cook have at least 15 carries, and I think I said 8 for Murray. Over 20. Hey, I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm totally fine with that. So they did exactly what I wanted. Murray was in there early, kind of breaking down that defensive line, playing the physical part, and then Cook got going once again, man. But those outside runs, though, sometimes, man, they don't work early on. I feel like they work later in the game when defense starting tired.
It's like those sweeps that they try to do. If they just bust it up off of the, more of like up the middle or off of the between the guard and the tackle, they stay inside. They tend to work. They try to sweep outside. It's like,
it gets caught up. Yeah.
Especially against the Jets. You don't do that against the Jets. They have fast, hard hitting linebackers.
They are so, I got to say, man, like that. Listen, it was 32-6, but their defense is legit, man. Like they're really, 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 really good. They're fast, they're physical, they're young. They play smart, bro. They tackle super well, bro. I like every time they had that's one thing we don't do well. Like we don't we'll get there on a play. We'll read a play. We'll have a guy in the backfield, but he'll wind up picking up yards somehow, some way. With them, they get you. That's it. So credit to them. That defense is legit, but their offense is just putrid.
Yeah. As our friend from Sports Jedi Network.
Hey, buddy.
As he says, good win, Bills. When the Jets have no offense, they have no chance to win when they turn over the ball like that. They set that defense up for failure early, and the defense did a good job. They held us to field goals when they kept turning it over. They did a really good job. In the second half, the defense that was on the field for so freaking long that they had leaks, and that happens. It happened to our defense when our offense was sputtering. So
and they finally pulled Zach Wilson.
Boyle's no better.
No, but it was it was also his first. I think his first appearance. So I wonder what they do moving forward. If Boyle's going to be the starter next week, I would assume so. I think they pulled Mac Jones, by the way, right? Mac Jones is not the starter now, they said, from what I was hearing today. I heard Mac Jones is benched.
I have no idea.
Yeah, from what I heard, Mac Jones is not going to be the starting quarterback. I think I was listening to it on pregame, on one of the pregame shows. So pretty crazy there. But I think I wonder what they do with Zach Wilson moving forward. I have a feeling they will because at this point, you're 4-6 now. What kind of like us. So what do we have to lose? You might as well fire Ken Dorsey at this point and see if a spark is needed.
But they're not going to fire Aaron Rodgers, offensive coordinator, with him being out.
No, I'm not saying fire. I'm talking about their benching, making a drastic change because benching Zach Wilson now. You're kind of saying,
can't go. Here's the thing. If you bench Zach Wilson now, he can never come back and be your starter again.
I agree, and maybe they finally understand that he's just not very good. You know what I mean? And it is what it is,
See, I don't think anybody be good behind that offensive line. That offensive line's horrible.
No, they're putrid, but he's still a bad. He's not a very good quarterback. Trust me, he's just not. He's not. They made the decision to get Rodgers for a reason. It's his third year. He's still making the same mistakes. But whatever, that's their problem. That's not our problem. But yeah, their offensive line is bad, real bad.
Yeah. Well, a lot of concerns around our wide receivers. Like, listen, today was not a great wide receiver day for the Bills. Diggs started out the game with 3 drops and a fumble.
Yeah, he had a rough game
to start. But Josh stayed patient. I saw him, work our backs, our tight ends, and move the ball. And you know what? If we can learn to do that, and Josh is willing to take that underneath stuff, like he looked like he was having fun today. You saw? A lot of motion. I saw a jet sweep.
Ton of motion. Yeah.
I saw a jet sweep, and then I saw them run a play action off the jet sweep for that Johnson touchdown.
Yeah.
They faked the jet sweep and rolled him out to Johnson down the sidelines for a touchdown. But we can be creative. That's legal in football.
I know, right?
Creativity.
Woo! And it's creativity, and it's not even like oh my god, creativity. It's just
general,
a little bit in there.
Listen, I saw them, trip bunch on one side, sneak the back out in the flat like Kansas City does every freaking week to McKinnon, and James Cook was wide open for a touchdown.
Absolutely, yeah. I thought Josh Allen, by the way, I thought he played super smart today, except for the interception, which, of course, that's up to your play call, right? Why? No, I know that. That's what I'm saying. Why even call that when one, when you're up, right? Mm-hmm. 2, when their defense is legit. They're going to track that ball down. It'd have to be an unbelievable Hail Mary, which come on. Mm-hmm. And then you're running the risk of a return for a touchdown, which would have put them right back in the game going into halftime. So it was just a stupid overall call, knowing you're getting the ball at halftime anyways in the second half. I didn't understand it.
It's not only that, but you're building Josh's back up, his confidence back up. Like, wouldn't it look a whole lot better if he had a clean turnover sheet?
It was a terrible throw.
It was a terrible throw because he was running to his.
No, I know. I think the wind caught it. It wound up being like a duck pass. Like it was just
a bad. It was a dumb play call. At that point, they'd already went down and scored because of stupid special teams play and then stupid, bad defensive calls. Sit on it, kill the momentum. Like it was just unnecessary.
Yeah, and that's dumb special teams play. By the way, it led to injuries. I'm not saying the injuries wanted to happen later in whatever, but we led to a touchdown, led to injuries as well. Those guys should have been off the field. And because we didn't read it right, it led to a touchdown pretty much. So, by the way, Rap winded up going not to the hospital. We wound up going just in the locker room. They wound up not taking him. So that's good news. That means it's not as bad as maybe they initially thought when they put him in the ambulance. So, but it is a neck injury. And then also, Tehran is a concussion. So
Tehran got smoked.
They both hit each other. So that's what happened. And then
did Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson was out with a concussion.
Yes, Dane was first, right? Dane went out first with a concussion, and then Tehran and Rap collided. And I think Raps was kind of a delayed reaction. You know what I mean? It was a little delayed. I think his neck was really getting to him. So that's
Dallas. Dallas, how did we look today? Okay, on offense, we looked fantastic. Actually, Josh, you know what? Someone in here just recently said that that Brady comes from the Sean Payton offense. It very much looked like a Sean Payton offense today, to where he threw a lot to the backs and tight ends. James Cook played fantastic in the pass game today. So did Ty Johnson. Kincaid looks as good as he ever has.
Man, Kincaid,
and which was awesome to see because of how bad Diggs struggled to start the game. It was great to see someone else step up.
Absolutely. Here, obviously, right? Who's been stepping up since his name's been called. Love what I see. Yards after catch for Shakir. He had two big plays tonight. Today. He had the one early on before the touchdown. That game, like I don't know what it was.
They got us out of a hole. Yeah, they got us. It was like 3rd and 12, and he caught like an 18-yard crosser.
Yep. And then the touchdown, obviously. Which, by the way, beautiful throw. I mean, that was a missile you had. Like sometimes Josh Allen,
he didn't even step into it.
Yeah,
was all
you have to throw right. Sometimes those throws needed. By the way, he did drop one. I know Shakir did drop one earlier, but he made
it was
up
a little
for
behind
it
him. It was a tough catch, but he should have caught it.
Yeah. I will say though, the only thing I would have liked to see different from the offense today was that up tempo at some point, but it was fine. It worked out fine. But I hope moving forward, I guess depending on who we're going against and how the game flow is going, but I would like to see it because I still feel like we run a better offense, a little bit more up tempo. But it worked out fine. I thought our defense put our offense in great field position today. With the turnovers and stuff like that. But we'll see. Like I said, man, it was Joe Brady's first game as OC.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a lot of time to prepare. You know what I mean? So this is a confidence boost for him. This is a confidence boost for the offense, that knowing like, hey, now we got a guy. He seems to know what he's doing, right? Like the team rallied around him and the offense at least, and that's a start. This is a start right here.
Darnell comes in and says we win 32-6 and we still have complaints about the Bills. I don't want to call them complaints.
No.
Areas of improvement is what I would call it. Things that we can clean up still. That against good teams they could take advantage of.
Right. Absolutely.
Good offensive teams.
100%. Like, look, the Jets defense, I said it going into this game, I believe they're the best defense in the league. Now, like I said, people can argue Cleveland, but I thought our offense did a very good job considering who they were going up against. And if you look back at the recent Jets games in the last 2 years, we haven't scored this many points. So it was a good performance today. I thought, especially for having a new OC take over. So we got to give credit where credit is due. And Joe Brady,
short week too.
Yeah,
very short week.
I got to give him credit, man. So other than that, man, I love what I saw today from a lot of players. So trust me, there's a lot of good to go around. There's very few bad things that I didn't really like today, but you're not going to get a perfect game, right? So,
and we'll hit the bad more tomorrow.
Yeah.
In our recap. Then I want to talk a lot about the good stuff that we did today. We talked about the offense. Let's talk about the defense. That defensive line was flying around today, Tommy. Like outside of that one drive in the last 2 minutes after the defense was off the field and they gave up the fake punt, you could tell that they were flustered and they drove down the field and scored the touchdown. That defensive line was getting home. We had 6 sacks. We could have had more, but we still got home six times today. And Ed Oliver was a monster. You saw early Shaq Lawson was having a pass rush.
Yeah, I think he had the first sack actually with Shaq Lawson.
Yeah. Then Leonard Floyd, we talked about him. You know who I didn't see much of after that stupid penalty of Jordan Phillips? Just dumb penalty for Jordan Phillips. We are a very undisciplined
You're right.
team.
Yeah,
very undisciplined team.
Very undisciplined. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I don't get it. Even Deion Dawkins, at the end there, what are you doing? But by the way, another solid thing about the defense did today, and I said it was in my pregame, Mikey, how this Bills defense is going to control this game really is by stopping the run. Stop the run, and you leave it in the hands of Zach Wilson to beat you, and we're gonna eat, right? We're gonna have a good game. And they did just that. Breece Hall, 10 carries, 23 yards.
Yeah.
His longest was 14. I mean, that's it, guys. Dalvin Cook, 2 carries, 13 yards. The one guy that came in later in the game, 1 carry, 11 yards, and Tim Boyle, 1 for, yeah. So, guys, the defense was on it tonight, man. Once they stopped the run and left it in Zach Wilson's hands, that was a wrap, man, in my opinion. And you saw what happened, man. They could not get anything going. Even the touchdown, I felt like when they went for the 2-point conversion, we were still on it, man. And we stopped that. We flushed it out. So I thought the defense did a very good job, man.
I want to hit on this one from Connor. It says, my only complaint is we need more touchdowns than field goals against these better teams. You have to remember, these better teams also don't have the defense the Jets have.
Exactly.
They have better offenses, but the Jets defense did a very good job of holding the Bills to field goals, which, you know what? in the previous games where we were losing, we weren't even kicking field goals. It was touchdown or turnover down there. The fact that we even got a chance to kick field goals and we executed them and got the 9 points to start, and then we got the touchdown later, we were scoring points. If we can score on as many drives as we did, because through the first 3 quarters, we scored on all but 2 drives.
Right.
Either field goals or touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the fourth quarter, obviously, we were just running the clock out. And we weren't really, trying to do much.
Right.
But, if we can do that, get points. That's the one thing the Bills haven't been able to do, and we've been losing because of it.
So what played a major role too in this obviously was the defense, and the offense, like I said, played really good too. But Buffalo had 4 turnovers to their 1, and time of possession 36 minutes, 51 seconds to 23 minutes. I mean, Buffalo dominated, and that was because of the defense just kept getting the Jets off the field. And you're gonna win. Listen, you're gonna win if you win the turnover battle and the time possession. Very rare do you lose games where you win both of those. So.
Yeah, Rasul Douglas has been a game changer since he stepped foot on the field last week.
Absolutely.
And this is the one thing that everyone talked about with him coming in. We said he was going to replace Trey White's production. And it wasn't he was going to replace all-pro Trey White. He was going to replace the Trey White that we had been seeing. Except he actually has better ball skills than Trey White.
He's a better ball hawker. Yeah. He absolutely. Trey White was never known for this high interception.
He's a really good coverage guy.
Right. He's a coverage guy. He wasn't known for I think his most he ever had was his rookie year. I think he had like 3 or 4. He just didn't have. That's not what he does best. He's a coverage guy. He's sticky. But Rasul Douglas is a ball hawk. And man, look, we're already finding that out. And it's only been his second game now as a Buffalo Bill. What are we on, his second or third?
Yeah. So, well, it's his 3rd game, but his 2nd start.
Second start. Okay. So let's just say a second game. So second game started and look, 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions. Beautiful, man. That's exactly what we need, man.
Yeah. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Because he goes so well with Hyde and Poyer, who are really good ball hawks too.
Yeah.
Benford came in, man. He had one in his hands and he was so mad he didn't pick it.
I know, man. It was so close, dude. The one Poyer was close to.
I thought Cam Lewis came in and did a good job and replaced Tron and then in the nickel.
Yeah, he did.
So that was nice to see. If you remember a few years back before Tron had that pick 6 against Lamar, Cam Lewis actually took his job.
He did.
And then he got hurt.
Briefly, right.
Yeah, briefly. So it's nice to have that backup there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And he had a good preseason. So remember, a lot of people were thinking DeMar wouldn't make the team because of Cam Lewis. So it's good to see. Very good to see, man.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the sacks. I know I think we are number 1 or number 2 in the league.
Probably number sacks. 1 now. We were too.
Yeah. Yeah. The issue that we have is when it counts, we get there, but we can't get them down at times.
Right.
And that's the biggest concern with our defensive tackles. That's why we feel like we can never tackle a quarterback. Is when we need it, we rarely get it.
Right. Yep.
All right, let's show some more love. Yes, Rasul was fantastic today. A lot of Rasul love in the chat.
Yeah. Man, he was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I was worried. By the way, I was super worried that he got hurt on that last interception because he got popped by.
And Dorian hits hard. Dorian hits hard too.
And I was like, "Oh, don't tell me that." I'm like, man, it's like what else could go wrong for this defense? And he popped up and ran into the
he had 2 picks, a fumble recovery. I mean, the dude
he was all over
today.
Absolutely.
Balling today. And
we got to figure out a way to
beating up the Jets for the first time. Because
finally,
if you go back to just a few weeks ago, Robert Saleh was saying how he embarrassed all the top quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, all those guys. Who's the one that's embarrassed today?
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I
mean, Josh Allen, 20 of 32 for 275, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And the interception was a bull BS interception.
Was a Hail Mary at the end of a half.
Right, which didn't even make sense. But he played I don't think it was a great game, but I thought it was a very good game. I thought it was a smart, he did a lot of smart things too today. When the defense was getting on him, he would just throw the ball away, throw it at the feet of the defender, like perfect, smart. He was really, really smart with the ball. I didn't like the shotgun draw, quarterback draw they called up. I don't like that. I hope he takes that out of the playbook. I never liked it when Dable did it. He only ran it once, but I didn't like it. Didn't get anything either. But other than that, I thought Joe Brady called a pretty good game considering, the minimal time he had to work with the offense.
Mm-hmm. I agree, Darnell. The Bills play this way because the Bills have been beating themselves over the last few weeks.
Absolutely.
Stupid turnovers, untimely penalties, just dumb. And, 49er for life, love your guy. You're crazy.
Hey, man.
You think Purdy's better than Allen. But you know what? Love your guy. He's your quarterback. Enjoy him.
Yeah. No, I'm crazy Niner fan here. But listen, Purdy, I give that dude credit. Man, Purdy's playing some good ball, bro. I can't knock Purdy, but you can't knock Allen for. By the way, Allen, I think, set a record tonight.
Yep, he broke the record. He broke the record for the most touchdowns in the first 6 years, and he still has multiple games to go.
Right. So we can't really. If our quarterback Zach Wilson, I get what you're coming from, man. You can't talk trash when it comes to Allen. Allen, yes, Allen also, is a turnover machine.
Leads the league in the most turnovers.
Right.
He also leads the league in the most touchdowns.
Right. So it's one of those things, you know what I mean? If he cleans that up, he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL, right? Like most can say that.
Broncos are better than Bills. Okay. You're in here trolling us now, brother. Now you're just trolling us.
Well, they're better than us because they beat us, but they're not a better team.
How about getting a hit on a quarterback and Robert Saleh at the same time? Very efficient. We did. We hit Zach Wilson and pushed him into Saleh. He was taking one for his team. I think when White comes back next year, we'll have a fight for CB2 between Benford and Douglas. I think it's going to be the other way around. I think we're going to have a fight for CB2 with Benford and White. Because Douglas is going to be our CB1 next year. Because you have to remember, Trey's coming back off of an ACL and an Achilles.
Right.
Back to back. We don't know what Trey's going to come back and look like. If Trey's even here.
Didn't the 49ers lose to the Vikings, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. So the Vikings are better, bro. Come on. It's a stupid comment to make, by the way. And listen, it's any given Sunday, but I'm not going to sit here and go on a 49er channel. No offense to you. I don't know you, but I wouldn't do that and go to any team and go, the Vikings are better, bro. What does that mean? No, they're not. And I know they're not. So stop. Come on, stop it.
Dotson played good today. Yes, Dotson did play good today. I really enjoyed Dotson today. I thought we were in trouble when we lost Rapp because that meant Poyer couldn't come down and play linebacker. And instantly when that happened, they went right after Dotson. And then we manipulated it and Dotson stopped and we brought in Cam Lewis for a while. I'll be interested to see what happens with Rapp and all of our DBs and throughout the week to see how many are healthy next week. Because if we go against that Eagles team and Dotson has to be on the field for passing downs, we're in trouble.
Yeah, he's not a good pass coverage. But I will say, like I said in the beginning, I thought Dotson. Listen. If a player does good, no matter how I feel about him, I'm going to give him credit. I thought Dotson played pretty good today. I will say he caused the fumble on that.
Played the run fantastic.
No, but even on the pass, that was caused by him. He's the one that knocked the ball out. So I'm just saying, I thought overall, I can't knock him today. Like normally I do. But
he's also the one that gave up the touchdown.
I get that, but I'm just saying overall, he did cause a turnover. He did start. He was good at run defense today. We all know his weakness is pass coverage. Absolutely. Yep. But I'm just saying overall, even like Khalil Shakir had a drop. I'm not going to say because of that he just had a shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I thought Dotson had a good game. I didn't think it was excellent, but I thought he had a turnover. Like I said, caused a turnover, and he was a hell of a run defender today. So I'll leave it at that. But we do have a problem still at linebacker. We know that.
Who? Shavers? I wonder if Shavers can tackle and play DB. Who's Shavers?
Oh, the wide receiver? I think he's talking about Tyrell Shavers. Is the only thing I could think of, right? The wide receiver that we used to have on the practice squad. I don't even know if he's there anymore.
I don't know if he's there anymore. I don't think he is.
I'm almost sure that's who you're talking about. I have no idea who you're talking about.
My uncle got me my first jersey today for an early birthday. Happy birthday, Connor. That's awesome.
Happy birthday, brother.
Who'd you get?
Ooh, yes. Who did you get?
Who'd you get? He said, "Yep, Shaver, Tyrell Shavers."
Okay.
It'd be tough to transition from wide receiver to corner in the NFL without doing anything.
That's a tough move.
Remember, no Justin Jefferson tonight for Minnesota. I know that's rough for Minnesota, but Addison's been stepping up, and Hawkinson's still there, and
absolutely,
they still look good. So we'll find out who's better tonight, Vikings or Broncos.
By the way, non-Buffalo Bill related subject, but the Detroit Lions are a very good team.
They tried to give that game away today too.
They showed grit today, boy. They were down, I think, 2 scores with 5 minutes left, and they caught up and wound up winning that game. So I think they're 8-2 now. That's a solid football team, man. They're gonna cause some noise in the playoff, man. I'm telling you right now. It's a well-rounded team, man. Both sides of the ball play well.
The wide receiver that is on the practice squad. I don't know if Shavers is still on our practice squad. I don't believe he is.
I haven't looked in a while, but
yeah. Because I'm not sure who.
So Dane went out with a concussion, so we'll see what happens with him. You guys know how that works. He could be back next week. He could be gone 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, it just depends how bad it was, So we'll play it like that. It was good to see that Christian Benford was okay. No hamstring. It didn't look like he was being hampered by.
No, he looked fine today.
Right. So I'm glad, because we're gonna need him and Douglas to be on their A game, man. Everybody really has to be on their A game moving forward.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, man, that guy knows how to scheme up an offense.
Absolutely.
He's made Goff look, really, really good.
Yeah.
He's going to be a head coach next year. And you know what? I would not be surprised if he's in LA for the Chargers.
It's a good pick. That would be a perfect pickup for them, actually. They need that.
Yep. I would not be surprised if that's where he ends up next year. All right, let's hit this game. On defense, we talked about the Rasul Douglas in the secondary. We just missed a couple picks. Like Poyer almost had that one. We never seem to get those that go our way.
I know, man. I always say that. We never get the call. By the way, the calls too. Like the one we got called. We remember the once again, it was a legal man downfield. They threw the flag, and
then they reviewed it.
Yeah, remember, and they took it away. Yeah.
Yeah. Since when can you review a penalty?
It's upstairs. It's whoever's telling them that, like in their ears, say no, which is crazy because you're right. Like, when did they start doing? Is that a new? Okay, if that's a new thing, then what about all these bullshit calls that you're getting wrong? Why aren't they going down? That guy swept Dalton Kincaid's leg.
Yeah.
By the way, throw that penalty real quick, because that definitely swept his leg. So I don't get it. So it's some calls are okay, some aren't.
They accepted it and then they took it away. Oh, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that Texans game where we got the touchdown and then the black official shirt, and a black jacket comes running in and says no. Like, where did that guy come from?
I still think to this day that was a bullshit call, because, bro, I've never seen ever a guy in the end zone not wave it off, not do anything, just let it bounce, and
they
bro, you have to. But I mean, in the past, you always had to wave it off. I've never even seen a player since not wave it off.
Yeah.
So he didn't do shit but step forward. And we got hosed there. I'm sorry. That was terrible.
Yeah, that's going down. But they changed the rule because of that. Now, if it just touches the end zone, it's automatic.
Yeah, I know. I get it. But still, they didn't have the rule then.
But when all of a sudden can you review a penalty? Like, that was the oddest thing today.
They did it. They did it against us, against the what game was that? The Patriots game. Remember? They threw the flag. the Stevenson run. Remember, for 35 yards. So there was an illegal man downfield. They threw the penalty, and then they called it off. Remember? On that drive, Mikey? Okay, no.
I don't remember. No.
The Stevenson drive on the drive, the Patriots, the first play of the 2-minute drive they had. How do you forget that play? Because you're not paying attention.
No, I'm in the chat.
I know. I don't know how you forgot that play.
I honestly, I wasn't paying attention. I was in the chat trying to get rid of a thing.
Oh, an idiot. You forgot the Stevenson. I'm saying we got that call on Stevenson, the first play of that drive that we lost against the Patriots. Remember, it was a 35-yard screen, I think it was.
Yeah,
and then there was an illegal man downfield.
Yeah, and they didn't call it.
They pulled it. No, they right. And
but they didn't give it to us, and then they just picked it up.
No, I know, but it was the same thing. Yeah. Like it was the
difference between the Stevenson play and this play is they announced it. We accepted it, and then they came back and said they reviewed it and they took it away.
Oh, I don't know. Either way, still, if you throw the flag, I mean, you obviously saw that there was a penalty somewhere. Like, I don't get the whole. And by the way, the whole refereeing getting together is bullshit. It's somebody calling down from upstairs. Yeah. They're not talking about nothing.
Same with the intentional grounding call. When Josh and Gabe. By the way, once again, Josh threw a freaking go ball to Gabe and he stopped again.
I saw more bad calls today while I was waiting for this game. By the way, I forget what game it was. I think it was the Pittsburgh game. I forget what game, but either way, it was a safety, a clear safety, bro.
Yeah, and they gave it to him. It was the Pittsburgh game, and they gave it to him at the half-yard line.
Unbelievable, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? His momentum? What? What are you talking about?
He wasn't even done with his drop.
Right. Bro, it's so mind-boggling. So where is the referee that calls down and go, yo, no, clearly that's a safety. Give him this. So I'm telling you, the refereeing this year is terrible, guys.
It's awful. So bad. It's so bad.
So bad, bro. I can't take it, man.
Yeah. So ultimately, Tommy, how'd you feel about this game overall?
Listen, I didn't at first. I was like, we had the quick turnover, which was great on special teams, right? I think it was who was it? Gilliam that had the hit. Okay, yep. And by the way, Gilliam did another hit right after him on the same guy. But anyways, we got the ball and we field goal. I get it. They're points. You got to take them. But I think we had 3 field goals to start the game. We were up 9-0, correct? If I'm right on that. I would definitely like more touchdowns. I understand it's a tough defense, but when you have great field position like that right away on a turnover, I expect a touchdown. I really do. And in close games moving forward. Now, mind you, these games coming up, we're not playing the Jets type of defense, but I will say Philly does have a good defense. They're not the Jets, but they have a good defense. I think the Chiefs have a decent defense. Yeah. They're not the Jets, but they have a defense. So you got to have points on the board more than 3, because let's say you have 2 possessions, you go up 6-0. Well, shit, man, they could have 1 possession, tie this game just like that, and take the lead with 7-6. So I need more points on the board, especially on turnovers, because there's nothing worse than your defense doing their job and either you get nothing or a field goal out of it. Like, you know what I mean? So I need more moving forward, but I love what I saw today overall. With, like I said, with the offense and defense combined, I thought today, I guess, should I dare say it? Complimentary football
between the offense and defense.
I'm Sean McDermott over here. I'm sure, because I guarantee I didn't watch the post game yet, but I'll promise you, he said in his post game, this was complimentary football today.
Yep. right. I liked what Joe Brady did on a short week. He didn't do anything major. He put some motion. He had some misdirection. He got the backs involved. The game plan that he put together for Josh. And you could see Josh was no longer looking deep to short. He was looking short to deep. Because we play action and he quickly went down, due to his check down guys. So whatever the game plan was today worked for Josh, and he was having a good time out there. Like he was.
Yeah.
This is the most I've ever seen him smile since that Dolphins game.
Absolutely. I thought, by the way, too, I thought our offensive line held up pretty well today. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was pretty good overall. You know, not a lot of penalties. I think Dawkins got maybe one or two.
And
Dawkins is weird sometimes.
I think Torrance got one.
Torrance might have got one. Yeah.
Dawkins got like 3 today.
Yeah, well, the big one for 15, obviously the late hit or whatever. But overall, penalties overall, I don't think we had a lot, so that's good. Especially on the offensive line, I thought they pass protected well. I thought they run. I thought the run blocking as well. They opened up some pretty decent holes, so that was good to see. And I really, honestly, all year it's been pretty good. Like not great, but pretty good. And you got to give them credit there.
They continued it. Trigg said that Dawkins and Clemens continued it in the tunnel after the game.
Oh, well, let's hope. Listen, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, let's hope that they don't get suspended.
If it's bad, the NFL definitely could suspend them.
And
they're
us
definitely
losing Dawkins,
yeah,
us losing Dawkins is a whole lot bigger than them losing Clemens.
Yeah, man. How bad? I mean, I don't know. I don't get that. You got you know.
Dumb. It's dumb.
I'm sure there's going to be video on that too, by the way, because there's always.
Well, if Triggs already saw it, I imagine.
Right.
You know.
Let's
hope it's just a big old fine.
Right.
And no suspensions. Just torch the defense that hasn't given more than a TD in a game since last year. We did. Say what you want about how slow we started. We put points on the board, and Josh drove the field those other 2 field goals. Yeah, I wish we would have got the points on the short field, but we got the 3 points. Then we drove the field the next 2 times and kicked field goals, and then we got the touchdown, and then we came out and went touchdown. You know,
I mean So the first quarter 6 points, second quarter 10, third quarter 13, fourth quarter 3. But by that time in the fourth quarter, I think we had a good enough lead.
We were just
we were probably just trying to kill the time and just run the ball. I understand that. I'm good with that kind. I'm okay when McDermott, that's fine. You don't want to still be passing heavy and have a lead and do something stupid. I'm cool with that. But how do you think McDermott did today as a coach?
I was not happy with McDermott today. You know this. We talked about it during the game. There was, his game management bothers me. I was upset with how are they not ready for a fake punt ever? That falls out that the undisciplined of his defense, undisciplined nature of his defense that caused us multiple times. The prevent after the quick change, I don't like it. That goes back to McDermott and how he talks about being disciplined and he talks about accountability. But his defense is the one that's undisciplined and constantly gets these penalties. And they're
I agree. I thought now look, you hire coaches for a reason, and he can't be everywhere. Special teams coach got to go. I mean, listen, you're firing Dorsey. Go ahead. Let's just go ahead and continue on with it. Go ahead and fire Smiley because he's been terrible. And I don't think anybody, Bills Mafia, anyone is going to be disappointed that he fired Smiley. He's been awful. So go ahead and get rid of him. But I know he's not, but I would. So I don't know if that's necessarily his fault so much, but the Hail Mary was absolutely dumb, because that could have went really bad real quick. Could have got Allen hurt on a nonsense play. It could have got intercepted for a touchdown, which, by the way, they returned it pretty far. I mean, it wasn't like
what if someone got hurt on the return? Just
or whatever, right? It's just a nonsense play. He's so weird because he's conservative most of the time, and then he'll be not
long times,
right? And then he's right. It's like, dude, what are you doing? The clock management too is still a problem for me with him. That whole sequence wasn't good.
After 2 minutes, it was
the whole
bad.
Bad. It was all bad. So that's on him. He's the head coach. He should know better. So I would say I don't think it was terrible today.
No.
But I thought it was okay. I thought he did an okay job. Whatever. But
he was very conservative. We had a couple, when we kicked field goals early on in the first 3, we had like 4th and 2, 4th and 1, and he kicked the field goal rather than going for it.
That was frustrating.
I understood why he did it, because he looked at the team we were playing. You take the points because they hadn't scored a touchdown in like 3 games. I understand why he did what he did. But then later on he would do weird stuff. Like, listen, overall, it was a good game. I'm happy. The Bills smoked them. It wasn't close from the get-go. However, there's still things that McDermott does. The lack of Poona Ford when Jordan Phillips is playing on a bum knee. You inactivate Poona, and then Jordan Phillips starts for you, and right off the top he gets you a personal foul.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like some of his decisions just blow my mind.
I didn't see much of Jordan Phillips either after that, by the way.
Neither did I.
So I don't know if he got benched or he was just tired of his shit, but something's going on with Phillips. And I love Phillips, but man, this year has been a rocky road for him, man.
Just
real
dumb.
Rocky road. Yeah,
listen. Ed Oliver got a personal foul too for roughing the quarterback. I'll take Ed Oliver's aggressive play like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you're backing it up and you're doing stuff. But Jordan Phillips has been an afterthought almost all season. And then the only time that you've been, your name gets brought up is when you make a dumb penalty.
Right. Ooh, player of the game. That's a good question.
Ooh, player of the game's so hard for me. I want to so badly say Douglas.
Tough.
I so badly want to say Douglas. But Jesus, like Leonard Floyd's 2.5 sacks is tough to ignore.
It's very tough to ignore. God, this is tough.
I will say Douglas because of the turnovers. How do you not give Douglas two picks and a fumble recovery? You have to go with him.
So I'll just go against you just because. Why not? Right? Even though I agree with you, but I'll go the opposite way. And let's give it up to our first time ever, for at least me, player of the game, Khalil Shakir.
Oh, I like that one.
Three receptions, 150. Yeah, 3 receptions, 115 yards, 38.3 average, 1 touchdown, 81 long on 4 targets. He only had the 1 drop. Listen, yards after catch. It's one thing Buffalo Bills have been bad at. We know this. Khalil Shakir, yards after catch, since he's been a Buffalo Bill, has been damn good. And that's why he deserves to be on the field. That's why he deserves to be out there more often. And he's I don't know what the hell's going on with our number 2, Gabe Davis, but he can't get open.
He's MIA, man. He's been MIA for weeks.
He can't do anything. I get it. This is a tough Jets defense. Even Diggs had a rough go today, but what happened last week? The week before, there's no excuse for Davis to continually not show up. I mean, I know they can't. They probably won't, make Shakir that too, but it's still a good thing to see moving forward because Davis is not going to be here. So I want to see more Shakir. I want to see him out there more.
And on defense, I'll say Douglas. If we're going to go offense, I'm gonna say James Cook.
Okay.
James Cook had 17 for 73. He also had 3 catches for 29 and a touchdown. James Cook was really good on offense today. And he was getting us out of some bad, second and 9s, and he break it for 7, 8, 9, 11. Like he was doing his work today. So that's good. If I'm gonna give it to, it's easy to give it to Josh with his 3 touchdowns. However, I'm gonna give it to some of the playmakers who truly showed up today.
Yep. On defense, and if we're doing that, then I'm gonna stick with I'm gonna go with Douglas. I know you went with Leonard Floyd.
I went with Douglas.
Did you? So I'll go Floyd. Okay. How about that? I want to mix it up. So because it's a tie. It really is. I thought they both. You can't overlook 2.5 sacks. You can't overlook what he's bringing to this team, getting into and we're not even talking about pressures. I'm sure he had even more pressures in total. He was just back there making, causing a fit. So, man, I really hope, and I don't know how he's going to do it, Mikey. Maybe somebody gets cut like a Trey White, but there's a couple guys I really want to remain a Buffalo Bill. That's Rasul Douglas, which, by the way, he does have 1 more year, so regardless. But I would hope that they could figure out an extension where they can move that contract next year's salary, kind of spread it.
Yeah.
And then by giving him the extension, and then see what they could do with Floyd. See if Floyd is willing to come back on a decent deal. I'm not saying long term, but maybe 2-year contract, because I still think he has the juice. He's showing you he does. This is now 4 seasons in a row, and he's 9+ sacks. Right.
He's almost better playing in the rotation because he has 9.5 sacks already.
Absolutely.
And he also loves playing with Vaughn and Ed and those guys.
So why not figure a way out to get him here a couple more years?
Yeah.
So those guys for sure, I would be really trying to figure out a deal to keep them here in Buffalo, man. Because I think AJ Epinesa, I know he's gone. On the defensive side, who else are we losing next year? On the defensive side, Daquan Jones, right?
Dane's gone.
This is last year.
Yeah, this is almost all of our defensive linemen.
Right.
So Shaq's going to be gone. AJ's going to be gone. Floyd's going to be gone. Daquan's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Phillips is going to be gone.
Yeah.
Joseph's going to be gone. Puna's going to be gone. And then
Puna's already gone.
The secondary, Hyde's going to be gone. Poyer has one more year.
Right.
Then Dane Jackson's going to be gone. So we have a ton in our defense that we'll have to figure out.
So that's what I'm saying. So I think there's only so many players you can decide who you want back. For me, those two are the key. And then I think you got a really tough decision to make when it comes to players like Trey White, players like Mitch
I would
Morse.
like to see us re-sign Daquan, an extension for Daquan.
I would too. But like I said, I still want those players as well. But I think if Brandon Beane can figure a way to cut some guys that, I understand some guys aren't going to, we're not going to, Trey White, we love him, but
we've talked about it. We have,
we'll figure a deal out with him. Maybe we can
we have like Naeem Hines. We have $5 million there.
I would cut him.
If we let Hardy go, there's like $5 million there. So, there's a lot of things that can
Hardy for sure. Hardy, listen, Hardy hasn't done nothing. I wanted him to. I really did. But even in the return game, it's like nothing going on, man. It's just like nothing. And I don't know, like I said, once again, though, I will say, though, Joe Brady did have him more emotion today than I've seen with Ken Dorsey. I did see Hardy out there doing a little bit more on offense today.
We saw
So very possible he gets more in the mix as the season in the next 6 games. Maybe Brady figures a way to use him right. And then maybe we can see why we sign Hardy. You know what I mean? If he's worth keeping.
Knox won't go anywhere unless we trade him. And I don't see anybody trading for Knox's contract.
No.
We can't cut Knox next year. It has to be the year after. We have Knox one more year no matter what. But bye-bye Davis, bye-bye Hyde. I would like to see us re-sign Hyde, but if we're bringing back Rasul Douglas and we're bringing back Benford to play the other corner, or we're bringing back Trey White and he's going to be Trey White. What do you do? Do you take Benford and actually make him the safety because he has safety experience from college? What are you doing? I'll be interested to see what we do in the offseason, but we still have a ways to get there. This is offseason conversation.
100%.
Yeah, Knox isn't going anywhere than that next year. I doubt anyone's paying him $14 million. So outside of
honestly, man, tonight, everybody, I would say I was pleased with most of the players tonight. I would say Sam Martin has not been I have not been a fan of lately. He's just struggling. Something's going on there.
Averaging 34 yards per punt.
It's not what I know because listen. We know
his
Sam
long
Martin's
was
a good
39.
punter.
Yeah, and his long was 39. It's terrible.
And it wasn't like it was like crazy windy there, right? Like you know what I mean. It was a little windy, but this is Buffalo. You played last year. He did a great job. Like I don't know what is going on with Sam Martin, but hey, man, punt god. I'm just saying.
I know, because he has a leg for it, but they're not going to.
I know. They just signed him.
They got to figure out what's going on with Sam Martin though, because 39 yards a punt is not what that will hurt us in the field position game against really good teams.
That. Yeah, you cannot have that.
You can't.
Absolutely.
If the Jets' offense was better, there's a couple times he would have put us in bad spots.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that.
But overall, I was really excited to see the offense. That was what my big takeaway of today was.
Yeah.
The offense having fun. Remember we talked about it? What's it going to look like? We saw some motion. We saw some misdirection. We saw Josh smiling. That was what you wanted out of this game, right? You said, I want to see the offense make steps.
Right.
I want to see I think what you said was a 27 or 28.
My prediction was 27-13.
Yeah.
I said I would love to see 30 because 30 to me was like, remember I said, if we get it past 30, I could kind of, that's like a momentum for us, like a momentum. Yep. That's a getting our mojo back. We haven't scored that many points since, week 4 against, right. So it was just something I think that the offense finally was like, all right, we knew we were better than what we were showing. So it's a step in the right direction.
It was.
And yeah, of course, I think everybody's mind today was, what is the offense going to do? Because I said it and we said it. I think you agreed that the only way we were losing this game is the offense stunk. Plain and simple, because I knew the Jets offense was not good. We all know that. And we knew the Jets offense weren't going to put up massive points regardless. The most I saw them scoring was 16, 17, maybe. And that's on turnovers and getting good field position because of their defense setting them up. But that's why I said 13. I was kind of close. They had 6, right? 7 with a touchdown. But our offense would have been terrible today to lose that game. Awful. So it was good to see against a great defense. That's one win. Boom. Now we got
all right.
On to the next.
We got back on the roll, right? I saw a difference in the offense with Joe Brady calling the offense. You saw a you saw it wasn't the K gun, quick tempo, but you saw more no huddle up the line. Josh was very decisive today. Even when he ran, he was decisive today, which was nice. Only one time did I see him double clutch, and that was on the ball down low in the corner where Quentin Morris dropped it. He still had a chance to get it. That was the only time I saw him.
That was I thought that was a very good throw. I thought that was a throw where
it was late.
It was late, but I'm saying where he put the ball, I thought listen, it's out of way of danger. There's only one guy that can make that play, and that was Quentin Morris. It was a low, almost out of bounds area, and Quentin Morris, it hit him like a better tight. And I like Quentin Morris, but a Dalton Kincaid might have made that catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he has better hands. But I'm just saying, I thought, like, I don't mind that kind of throw because ain't no way that's getting picked off. There's only one player that can make that play, and that's the offensive side of the ball. So no, I thought that was a good throw. Just it is what it is. But you're right. I thought Josh Allen played freely today. He didn't overthink. I thought he just went with it, went with the game plan. He was smart. For the game, he took what the defense was giving him.
Didn't get bored.
I liked it. Didn't get bored.
No, because you could tell the game plan was look short to deep, and that's what he did all day, short to deep. If that short guy was there, he quickly got it out to him. Just boom. Helped his offensive line, got his backs involved. That was the big thing, getting the backs involved. That's something that we haven't done all year. Like it was a smart ball.
Yep. I do, like I said, though, I did tell you during the game, I do hope, though, I still think this offense is better suited going more of an up-tempo, no huddle type. And I'm not saying you have to do that every single series, but I would like to see that dialed up more for this team. Because I think that's when we play our best. We're a little bit more free.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, I thought Joe Brady called a very good game. I didn't think it was excellent, but I thought it was a good. I thought he called a good game. And that's all we wanted, guys. This is what we wanted, right? A win, not only a win, a fucking decisive win. No doubt about it. Win 32-6. Like that's a butt whooping. We handed it to the Jets today.
Pretty good.
We made a little noise today to the rest of the NFL that we are not going to just lay down and lose games. Like we're going to fight. We're going to be in every game. So hopefully, like I said, this is momentum moving forward. This is a spark.
Let's go into Philly and get the W.
Yeah, and then go on your bye, heal up, right? Some of the players are a little banged up. right? Heal up and then get ready for KC and KC, man. You know, if we can listen, if we can beat Philly, get off that bye and beat the Chiefs, who, by the way, they're struggling on offense. It's not like the Chiefs are this high-powered offense. Our defense definitely can slow down the Chiefs.
Yep.
We've beaten KC before in KC a few times. We beat those two teams right there. Then there's no doubt about it. The Bills have a very, very good chance of making the playoffs because the rest of the way, really, I mean, you got the Chargers and you got I think you're at home against the Cowboys, but you're at home.
Yep.
So that's a benefit for the Buffalo. At Chargers, you know, the Chargers.
At home, then we're at home against.
And by the way, they lost. Patriots. I think they lost Bosa today on their defensive side.
They lost today. They lost to the
Packers and they today. Lost. Yeah, and they lost Bosa. I think Bosa had an Achilles. Then you got the Patriots, right, at home, which you should win. And then you got that Dolphins game.
Dolphins,
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, I think these next two games are the most important, in my opinion. I think if you get one or two, because I think we're going to lose one eventually.
We need one of the next two.
We need a split. We need a split here on the road. We need one. We need to either, like I said, I'll take two. I'll take both wins, but we need a split.
If I have to choose one of them, I'll choose KC because we need the AFC win. The conference win.
You're right. Yeah.
No, if I had to choose, but I'll take either one.
Yeah. I got you. But guys.
Roy asks, did Gabe Davis even have a target? No. Josh had 3 throwaways today. Yeah. Josh had 3 throwaways today. Plus, he slid when he ran.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here, and let's not pick on Gabe Davis all night because truthfully, guys, nobody receiving wise did great today except for Shakir. But I'm talking about receptions wise because we got to remember Shakir had 4 targets, 3 receptions, not a lot.
Kincaid,
Stephon Diggs, 8 targets, 4 receptions. That's 3 not good.
Drops. 3 drops.
Right. Who else? Hardy, 1 target, 0 catches. Quentin Morris, 2 targets, 1 catch. Stephon, I already said that. James Cook, 4 targets, 3 catches. And Dalton Kincaid, 7 targets, 6 catches. Dalton Kincaid was obviously our second best, in my opinion, weapon today on offense, wide receiver wise, target, whatever, wide receiver, tight end. And then Khalil Shakir was the guy. But Khalil Shakir had huge plays. You know what I mean? He didn't have a lot of receptions. The Jets defense locks you down, bro. They are very good. You have to, I don't think that's going to be a continuing thing for Stephon Diggs getting 4 receptions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And I also think, bro, when you play a defense like that, a physical, young defense, they kind of fast, they get in your head a little bit too. And I think sometimes that's where the chippiness comes from. You know what I mean? Gabe Davis gets affected a lot by that. I thought Stephon Diggs got a little chippy at times. You saw he got thrown down.
He got into Sauce's head though.
Yeah.
Because he got suplexed and then Sauce got burnt by Shakir on a pass.
Right. Well, was that no? Yes, at the end. Yes. On
Shaquille's 81-yarder, that was on Sauce.
Yeah.
It was awesome. All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow night to talk a little bit more.
We will.
We'll dig into the things that we liked a little bit more. We'll dig into some of the things we think we need to clean up. Some areas we'd like to clean up. I'll listen to the post game and listen to what Sean and Josh and the defense had to say. Excited that we got the W. And you know what I'm most excited about, Tommy? It's not even that we got the W. It's we looked like Buffalo Bills football today.
Absolutely. And the team was having fun.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the team have fun in a long time, guys, man. So love seeing that. Love it, man. And I can't wait to hear all the post game because now I want to hear. I want to see if players are happy now, right? If they're mojo, if they got that sparkle in their eye. Right?
Did you see on the sidelines? All of them were huddled around Josh, and they were talking about it after the second field goal. They showed a clip of the sidelines, and Diggs and Davis and Kincaid, and they were all huddled around Josh. And one of the coaches was, and I think it was Shula, and he was going over the tablet, and they were talking about it, and they were pointing things out, and like it's the first time I've seen them all huddled after.
Okay, that's good, man. Hey, man, this team needs to come together. This is it. Told you guys, you got 6 games now left. Yeah, every game's a playoff game. Through, that's how I feel right now. Every game's a playoff game, and then that's how they need to treat it, man. Play with some emotion.
Amy, Diggs is still him. Diggs is also getting double coverage every play. So Kincaid's seeing one-on-ones, and he's making the most of it. But as Kincaid gets better, as Josh takes those underneath routes with Shakir and the backs, they're going to have to come off doubling Diggs, and he'll get one-on-one coverages, and that's when they'll burn him. But that's what it takes some time. You know, you have to remember this is only week 1. Give our offense coordinator a little bit of time to work his magic.
Yeah, and you got to remember, defenses game plan around your best players.
Yeah.
They game plan for Stephon Diggs. They try to take Stephon Diggs out of the game.
And they'll do the same thing next week.
Absolutely. So that's when players like Khalil Shakir, players like Dalton Kincaid,
James Cook,
Gabe Davis, hopefully,
James Cook.
Murray, would show up. The rest of the players that the team can't account for because they're worrying about one player only. So it was good to see, like I said, man. And I told you, I did say this too, man. Before this game, I said, show something different than what you've been showing against the Jets defense.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep showing the same cards. And I felt like Khalil Shakir was that card, that new card in the playbook, because I don't think he was a non-factor in the first game. So, sometimes when your defense is paying attention to your primary weapons, a player like Shakir, who's a good player, we know this, but they don't know this, can sneak out and have 113 yards. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like to see. 115 yards. Sorry, Khalil. So that's what I mean about showing something different. And I felt like we did some plays tonight that were a little different than we did week 1 or even prior season, last season against the Jets. And that's what you got to do. You can't show the same. You can't do the same offensive, game plan week in, week out and expect it to work. So I hope Joe Brady understands that moving forward. I hope when we play the Eagles, he has something else, that's a little different. He brings us, sprinkles in a little bit more creativity, a little bit more up tempo.
We probably won't be able to run as well against you can throw against the Eagles. You can't really run against the Eagles, because that defensive front,
they're outstanding.
They're outstanding. Yeah. What my favorite part about today is that the Bills offense didn't look like it was so difficult. There was easy throws for Josh for the first time in a while. There was easy button throws, and he changed his reads. Because remember how we were talking like, why didn't Josh throw it to this guy over here? And it was because his read was, elsewhere.
Right.
So that's where he was looking first. He changed his reads to the easy button throws.
Yeah.
I felt like he schemed it different and told Josh, here's your first read here, then go. And
right.
We saw a lot of easy button throws. We always said, why is it so clunky? Why is it so hard? Why are we always stuck in the mud? Like it's Josh running around making a play. Today was Josh his back foot, got it out. Whether it was Kincaid, whether it was Cook, whether it was Shakir.
I still would like to see a little bit more under center running the ball.
Yeah.
A little bit more under center play action passes. I still think we're kind of caught up in that shotgun draw.
I don't know if that's going to change.
I don't think so either, because I just think it's implemented right now for some odd reason. But I hope I see less of it. How about that? And I thought I did tonight. I didn't think there was a lot of shotgun draws, but there was still a good amount.
There were some new wrinkles to our runs at the shotgun. There wasn't just a shotgun draw. You saw zone, like wide zones and stuff that we ran today. Like we saw a jet sweep. So you saw a few wrinkles that we thought we hoped we would see out of Brady, making small tweaks, because you can't overhaul in a short week.
No, it's impossible. Yeah, I get that. All right. So guys, tomorrow we will be live at 9:30. You don't want to miss that. The good, bad, and ugly that Mikey does every Monday night. And then obviously Monday we'll tell you the rest of the weekly schedule. So guys, hey,
enjoy your Sunday night football. The Bills got a W. Bills got a W.
I'm signing off with a smile on my face, man.
Enjoy your victory Monday.
Yes. So, and enjoy Sunday night football now because I swear I don't even watch football when we lose. I'm like, I don't even want it. So anyways, guys, Bills Mafia, we love you. And as always, go Bills. We're out of here.
Go Bills.
Peace.
And look at it go. He could go all the way. Touchdown. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo.
One more for the good guys.